Hey everybody, welcome back, and let's jump into the tidbits because we have a few to talk about. So we're going to start with Wyndham. Wyndham is doing an ultimate hotel pass, which is effectively like a 30-night pass that you can buy for $500. Now, a couple of catches. One, there's only going to be 25 of these available. Two, it will be more like a lottery system, so you'll have until July 4th to sign up on the Wyndham website. And if you are selected to purchase this pass, the pass will be $499 plus tax and good for 30 nights until about September 30th. That's going to average about $17 a room. There are some other stipulations. You have to be a Wyndham Rewards member to purchase the pass. Not all that hard to do. The Wyndham Rewards member has to stay all 30 bookings. There's one or two ways around it. I'll jump into that in just a second. And the member cannot stay more than 10 nights at a specific Wyndham location. So you can't just park yourself at the Days Inn in Racine, Wisconsin, and think you're going to be good for all 30 nights. No problems with Racine or Days Inn. Just the first thing that came to my head. Now, with that, it is effectively a lottery. So you'll sign up on Wyndham Rewards website. You're going to pay the $500 plus tax. It comes out to $17 a night. Now, you can stay at any property. You can book multiple rooms, but you have to be the one on one of the. You have to be in one of the rooms as well. So the booking can be 3 or 4 rooms, maybe not 4, but you could do 2 rooms for 15 nights. You could do 3 rooms for 10 nights, something like that. But you have to do 30 total stays to max. You can end up being capped at 30 total stays. So that would be 3 rooms for 10 nights, 10 rooms for 3 nights if you're very popular. But you do have to be on each booking, and you have to be staying in one of the rooms. So take that into account as you will. But Wyndham Rewards is doing an ultimate hotel pass, which you could kind of use as a tasting menu for all Wyndham properties. If the Days Inn in Racine or the La Quinta in Grand Junction. I don't think there is a La Quinta in Grand Junction. Also, not sure there's a Days Inn in Racine. Anyway, Days Inn, La Quinta, these are Wyndham brands, the Wyndham hotels. There you go. You can use it as a tasting menu. You can use it to book a few nights for you and a few friends. You can book a small family vacation and do 2 rooms. As long as you are not spending more than 10 nights per property, you're good. That is far longer than I thought I would do on that one. Next, we're going to move over to Choice Privileges hotels. And Danny the Deal Guru and 1 Mile at a Time are mentioning, 1 Mile at a Time is mentioning a Choice Privileges devaluation of sorts, where hotels that were capping out at 35,000 points are now showing higher redemption rates for points, now showing about 40,000, potentially more. So it's not a huge devaluation, but more points to stay somewhere is more points to stay somewhere. So just keep that in mind, as some locations that were previously 35,000 points a night could be heading up to 40, 45, 50. Just do your research, make sure that you check in on it, and go from there. So just keep that in mind. Citi is a 1 to 2 choice redemption. Wells Fargo is a 1 to 2 choice redemption. So some of these properties that would only require 17,500 points are now going to cost maybe 20,000 points. Just keep that in mind. So you got that going for you, which isn't particularly nice. But devaluations happen. This one doesn't seem to be particularly hard. This one doesn't seem to be as wide-ranging as, hey, my favorite Hyatt place just went from a category 1 to a category 2, and that's rather inconvenient. Or, hey, my favorite all-inclusive resort just went from a category A to a category D in the weird yearly shuffle that is the Hyatt award chart. So there you go. Slightly unfortunate, but is what it is. Choice privileges, slight devaluation may not be the end of the world, but just check if your local Country Inn and Suites or Radisson type locations or Comfort Inns, Sleep Inns, things like that, Clarions, Ascents, just to see if locations that you've been to have been affected by this devaluation. Again, not that big a deal. It's not like they doubled the prices of a location in terms of points, but more points is more points, and just something you have to keep in mind going forward. So we're going to move from Choice over to IHG. IHG is doing its usual sale of points at half a cent per point with a 100% bonus. So, sorry, selling their points at half a cent per point, making it a 100% bonus. So this is from June 20th today until June 29th. You'll get up to 100% points purchases. You do have to make a minimum number of points purchased. So if you purchase, say, 10,000 points, you'll get 20,000 points at the end of the purchase. If you buy 250,000 points, you're going to get another 250,000 points. You'll get 500,000 points. That's going to cost you about $2,500. Maybe you don't want to go that crazy, but if you are staying at IHG properties, check out the sale online, and you'll get a 100% bonus on half a cent per point. So buy 25,000, get 25,000. Make that redemption for 50,000 points, or buy 50,000 points, get an extra 50,000 points, 100,000 points, and so on and so on. You can buy, I believe, up to a max of 250,000. As I said, that's going to cost you $2,500. So there you go. If that's of interest to you, check out the IHG website. I'm going to put all the links for my sources down in the description below. So you have that. And we'll close with one last, we'll say good, depending on how you feel about these things, but Air Canada is doing, and Aeroplan is doing its yearly donation for miles with Miles4Migrants. This helps folks escape areas that they are no longer able to live due to forced evacuations. Some examples given are Ukraine, for obvious reasons, Afghanistan, for reasons, and other places where folks may be forcibly displaced from where they once lived. Whole other area of the map, need I say more? So if you make a donation of $100 to Miles4Migrants, you will get 7,500 Aeroplan points. And if you make 200, you'll get 15,000 Aeroplan points. So just something to keep in mind. If you wish to make that donation, you'll get 7,500 Aeroplan miles. If it's something you don't want to do, hey, that's fine. I myself may not do it, so I wouldn't be one to judge. But just putting it out there, if that's something you want to do. I'm not sure of the exact deadline on that one, but I'll put the links for everything, as I said, in the description below. Check those out. And I'm going to close TidBits today with a request from you, the audience. Recent months, I've been hearing from folks who have reached out to me, either via comments on videos or the Venture Capital Discord, with regards to data points of the Wells Fargo cards. Because apparently the Wells Fargo cards are a little bit harder to get than people realized, because they just thought, oh, struggling bank, give me credit card, please. And Wells Fargo said, nay, said no. So if you are someone who has recently, and by recently I mean since about the launch of the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey, has applied for the Wells Fargo Autograph, the Wells Fargo Active Cash, the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey, or the Wells Fargo Attune card. I'm taking out the Signify cards just because personal and business are always different animals. If you're someone who has signed up for any of Wells Fargo's personal cards, heck, even the Reflect, since about March, please let me know your approval status, whether you were approved or denied, how many cards you applied for in the last 24 months, because there seems to be an X24 rule with Wells Fargo. What that is, I don't know. Whether your credit was at least good to excellent. So we'll say over, I don't need your exact credit score, but if you're in that good to excellent range, you'll know you're in that good to excellent range. Let's put it that way. And what sort of, really, like your 524 status, and if your credit score was good. If you've been approved, just let me know that. And if you've been denied, just let me know that. And if the denial was specifically too many cards open in the previous 24 months, because I've seen some folks who have had a lot of velocity get approved on this platform. I've seen folks who have had a lot of velocity get rejected on various platforms. I myself have a relatively, one other thing. Let me know if you have a relationship with Wells Fargo. I've had a long-standing relationship with Wells Fargo. My relationship with Wells Fargo dates back to Wells Fargo buying Wachovia Bank. Been a while. And I have not opened a personal card with Wells Fargo since 2021, but that was a lower credit limit than my previous two cards. My previous card open before that was, I believe, 2017. And the card in 2021, I opened and then closed and didn't realize that welcome offers were a thing. So I had product changed another card thinking, oh, well, I just want the biggest credit limits because I was dumb. So if you've applied for a Wells Fargo personal card and been approved or denied, let me know down in the comments what your 524 status was, because apparently there's some sort of X24 with Wells Fargo, and which card, maybe the legacy cards, are getting easier approvals than the newer cards, which wouldn't make sense. And if you have a previous relationship with Wells Fargo, any relationship with Wells Fargo. So let me know down in the comments. Also in the comments, check out my pinned comment for ways to support me. I thank you in advance if you do. I have Buy Me a Coffee, Ko-Fi, Hilton Honors, credit card referral links down there. I've got Built referrals. I've got a number of other ways to help me out. If you so choose to do that, I thank you in advance. If not, no big deal. Also, check out the super thanks if you want. Hit the like and subscribe. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.